Welcome to part 2 of adding vectors graphically. If you followed from session 1, where we added two vectors A and B, you would see that we can calculate these vectors as well as represent them graphically. Now we're going to look at another vector, negative A. Look closely at A and negative A. They appear to be the same line, but remember, a vector has size as well as direction. The arrowhead indicating what is the direction of the vector. Here, it is moving in an upward direction, while in negative A, it is moving in the opposite direction. So instead of 1, 2, let us see what would be the column vector for negative A. From our starting point, we move to the left 1 unit, which is negative 1. And then we move downward 2 units, which is negative 2. So the vector negative A is simply negative 1, negative 2. Now we're going to add negative A to B. Negative A plus B. The first thing we need to do is to represent on the graph negative A plus B. So we have the vector negative A. And then we add to it the vector B. Note, negative A is the same as we have over here, where it is negative 1, negative 2. And vector B is the same as what we have over here, which is 4, negative 2. So this is negative A plus B. Notice where I placed my B, at the end of A. Starting here, I ended here for negative A, and then I'm continuing from this point to B. Now, the resultant vector, which is the vector negative A plus B, looks something like this. So, what is the direction we're heading in? Well, we started at this point, we moved along this vector, then here, and we ended at this point. So our arrow must be facing in this direction. This is negative A plus B. Could we represent negative A plus B in a column format? Yes, we can. Negative A plus B started at this point and moved 1, 2, 3 places to the right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 places downward. Let us represent that as a column vector. 3 places to the right, which is positive 3, and 4 places downward, which is negative 4. So we have our column vector for negative A plus B. But how are we sure if we're correct? Can we find another way to calculate this? Yes, we can. We can actually use the column vectors and add them and see if we get back the same thing. Negative A is negative 1, negative 2. Plus B, which is 4, negative 2. And we're adding. Let's see what that gives us. Negative 1 plus 4 will give us positive 3. And negative 2 plus negative 2 is the same as saying negative 2 take away 2, which is negative 4. So once again, we see how we can represent our vectors graphically, showing the addition, and also do the calculations and end up with the same answer. So again, this was vector negative A. This is vector B. We added them together to get negative A plus B. This blue line is your resultant vector. 3, negative 4. This is the end of the session.